Student, today we will start with the chapter 3 of a Changing Earth part 2. But before explaining part 2, let me have a quick recap of part 1. In part 1, we have studied about the lithosphere is broken into number of plates known as lithospheric plates, and it keep on moving very slowly. This is because of the movement of molten magma inside the earth. The molten magma inside the earth moves in a circular manner. The movement of these plates causes the change on the earth's surface. So, these movement causes two forces, endogenic force and exogenic force. And I hope these two forces are clear to you. And we also studied about volcano, how it erupt, and we studied about the earthquake also. Now let's start with the part 2. In part 2, we will study the major landforms. What are the major landforms? The landform is being continuously worn away by two processes. There are two processes by which the landscape keep on worning. So these processes are weathering and erosion. Now let me explain what is weathering. Weathering is a breaking up of rock on the earth's surface. And what is erosion? Erosion is a wearing away of the landscape by different agent. You have also studied the soil erosion by wind, water and ice. So that is called erosion. The eroded material is carried away or transported by water, wind, etc. And eventually when it eroded, when the material is eroded by water and wind, it eventually deposit also. So this process of erosion and deposition create different landforms on the surface of earth. So again I am telling you there are two types of landscape formed by weathering and erosion. Weathering is a breaking of rocks and erosion is a wearing away of landscape by different agents like water, wind and ice. So this process of erosion and deposition create different landforms on the surface of earth. So I hope the major landforms are clear to you. Next is your work of a river. You all have seen the river, and now we will study how it works. The running water in the river erodes the landscape. When the river tumbles at steep angle over very hard rocks or a steep valley side, it forms a waterfall. I hope you all have seen the waterfall. So, the work of river is the running water in the river erodes the landscape. When the river tumbles at the steep angle over very hard rocks or down a steep valley side, it form a waterfall. So you can see the picture of waterfall also, how from the high height the water is falling, and that is forming a waterfall. So beautiful it is looking now. Next is we will study the feature made by the river in the floodplain. So as the river entered the plain, it twists and turns, forming large bend known as the meanders. Due to the continuous erosion and the deposition along the side of the meanders, the end of the meanders loop come closer and closer. You can see in the picture. You can see how it is twisting and is turning, and that is forming the meanders. In due course of the time, the meanders loop cut off from the river and forms a cut off lake. They form cut off lake. You know, you have seen the lake also when you go on picnic. I hope so you all have seen the lake, also called the Oxbow Lake. At the time the river flow its bank, this leads to the flooding of the neighboring area. What is flood? When the water flow excess, then when the river overflow, that causes flood. As it flood, it deposit layer of fine soil. When the flood occur, it deposit the layer of fine soil, means good quality of soil, another material called sediments along its bank. This lead to the formation of the flat fertile flood plain. The raised bank are called the levees. So I hope it is clear to you what is floodplain. Again I am telling you what is floodplain. Flood, it deposits the layer of fine soil. Fine means good quality of soil and other material called sediments along its bank. This lead to formation of the flat fertile means good quality of soil is formation of the floodplain. I hope it is clear to you what is meanders and what is floodplain and what is that the raised bank are called the levees. The river became so slow that it begins to deposit its loads. Each distributaries form its own mouth. You can see in the picture also, each distributaries form its own mouth. The collection of sediments from all the mouth form a delta. You can see in the picture, there is a main river and this main river is divided and then it's forming the distributaries. And the collection of the sediments from all the mouths means from all the river forming a delta. You can say the fertile delta. Next is your work of sea waves. You read about how the major landforms form. You also study about the work of river and you have studied the floodplain also. Now we will study about the work of sea waves. Like you have seen the erosion and deposition of the sea wave that happens in the sea also. The erosion and deposition of sea waves give rise to the coastal landforms. How it is for forming the coastal landforms? Let me explain you. Sea waves continuously strike at the rock. When it continuously strike at the rock, cracks develop. You can see the cracks. It is shown in the picture also. The cracks develop over time. They become larger and the wider, means they become more bigger and the wide. Thus the hollow like a cave. Have you seen the cave? In the class 6 you have studied about the early man lived in the caves. You can see it's a form of cave in the picture. It is shown sea cave. So it is form of a cave. So they are called sea caves. Again I am telling you, sea waves continuously strike at the rock. Cracks develop over the time. It became larger and wider. Thus the hollow-like caves are formed on the rocks. They are called sea caves. As these cavities become bigger and bigger, only the roof of the caves remain. You can see the other picture also. Thus forming the sea arc. In the next picture they have seen, they are showing the sea arc. So the arc is formed. Further erosion breaks the roof. When more erosion happens, eroding it, break the roof and only the wall are left. These wall-like features are called stacks. The steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above the sea water, it's called the sea cliff. The sea waves deposit sediments along the shore forming the beach. So I think it is clear to you what is actually sea cave, what is sea arc and what is stack. You can see the picture and I hope it is clear to you. Next is your work of ice. You all know what is glacier. Glacier are the small piece of ice so glaciers are the river of ice which is to erode the landscape by losing soil and stones to expose the solid rock below. The glaciers curve out deep hollow there. As the ice melt, when the ice melt, they get filled up with water. You can see in the picture. It will be more clear by seeing in the picture. As the ice melt, they get filled up with the water. You can see the water and become beautiful lake in the mountains, and it form a beautiful lake in the mountains. The material carried by glaciers such as rock, big and small sand slits get deposited, and these deposits are called glacial moraines. So I hope the work of ice is also clear to you. The work of wind. You know moving air is called wind. Have you ever visited the desert? Try to collect the picture of the sand dunes and active agent of erosion and deposition in the desert is wind. In desert you can see rocks in shape of mushroom, commonly called mushroom rocks. Wind erode the lower section of the rock more than the upper part. What the wind do? They erode the lower section, means the lower part of the rock more than the upper part. Therefore, such rock have narrow base and the wider top. It's important, you have to learn it. What is mushroom rock? When the wind blow, it lift and deposit sand from one place to another. When the wind blow, it lift the sand from one place to another, transport it from one place to another. When it stop blowing, the sand fall and get deposited in the lower hill like structure. These are called sand dunes. So I'm telling you again, what are sand dunes? When it stop blowing, when wind stop blowing, the sand fall and get deposited in a low hill like structure, and these are called sand dunes. When the grains of sands are very fine and light, the wind carry it over a long distance, which when such sand is deposited in the area is called loess. Large deposit is loess is found in China. You can see the picture of the work of wind in, also here. When the wind blows, it lift and transport the sand from one place to another place. I hope this part 2 is also clear to you. In this we have studied about the major landforms, work of river, then we have studied about the floodplain, work of sea waves, work of ice and work of wind. Go through the lesson, read it thoroughly, underline all the important things, and thank you. Have a nice day.